news now. A couple of birdies, 7 pars and a single bogey is all that Wycliffe Nyambogo needed to clinch the overall prize during the Standard County Golf Classic tournament. It was played at the par 70 Nyanza Golf Club over the weekend. Nyambogo, playing off Handicap 17, carded 19 stableford points on the outward nines. He summed it up with 22 stableford points on the outward nines, and he now has a total of 41 stableford points. Handicap 26, Dillu Patel, was the men's winner after posting 20 stableford points on the outward nines. He had 18 points on the inward nines for a total score of 38 stableford points. The men's third prize went to Ramesh Karia, playing off Handicap 18. This is after posting 19 stableford points on the outward nine and 17 stableford points on the inward nines. He had a total of 36 stableford points. So I want to take a look at some of your feedback on social media. We've had quite a vibrant session here at the University of Nairobi. On Twitter, at Makodingo says, as we look for long-term solutions, jail a few of those who've burnt schools. Students should know they can't get away with it. At Nahashan87 says, we should cultivate a culture where students reason together and then come up with decisions like electing a representative. Dr. Ahmed Kalebi says, we should listen to the wise words of Albert Einstein. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. And then here's one saying, our students at Atanasi _ you say our students not respecting their teachers. George Githinji finally says, your Twitter handle is at PoliticsKE. If you want to know why students are burning schools, then talk directly to them, not necessarily the analysts alone. We had a former student, and also earlier in our bulletin, we spoke to one of those students, albeit anonymously. But yes, the students' voices need to be heard in this one. That is your feedback on our discussion today. We hope to see more, a number of schools that are on fire, and have experienced that this evening alone. Quite a number of schools. I just want to update you with the latest. Property at Kijabe High, Langata High, Ndanai Girls, Liani Secondary and Riga Girls raised down in latest cases of arson by students. That is the latest tonight, and sadly the toll keeps going there. I want to thank members of my panel, Elijah Dede, who's a parent, Dr. Wawire, Omboko Milemba, who's the chair of Kupet, who had to leave us, Rafael Ndegwa, who's a former student, and the students here at Nairobi University, as well as members of faculty. We thank you very much for joining us, and we also want to thank very much the faculty of the School of Journalism, particularly here at the University of Nairobi, for hosting us. We brought the discussion here because many of those students in high school, this is of course the next step for them. So of course this is an issue we need to start tackling right from the root. And we thank the University of Nairobi so much for hosting us tonight. But we're not done yet. My take, as you know, every night on Checkpoint. Now, my take tonight is about an incident that has sparked outrage in the country. Musician Kofi Olomide caught on camera kicking one of his dancers. His subsequent arrest and deportation Now, the reactions to this episode have been varied. Some have said that Kofi was merely defending his wife's honor. Yet others say that the act of violence against a woman was unacceptable. Some of us have been ambivalent, wondering what the fuss was all about. After all, is he not one of the greatest musicians of our time? But here's the thing. Violence is wrong, period. Men beating men, men beating women, women beating men, or even women beating other women. Violence is wrong. It is illegal, criminal. And one would imagine that it is the reason why the police got involved in the end. Now, I say in the end because at many levels, their action appeared to be a complete afterthought. The musician was arrested after 9 p.m., some 10 or so hours after the incident happened at the airport. Never mind that there were police officers right next to him as he launched the morning attack. To their credit, though, the police woke up in the end, and as we speak, Kofi Olomide is back in Kinshasa, having been deported yesterday. But the conversation that followed his deportation is perhaps the clearest pointer about what is wrong with our criminal justice system. Now, in a society where the law is followed without fear or favor, that action would have passed as just another day in the life of law enforcement officers in the country. But the fact that citizens are now in fact debating whether police acted in good faith is very telling indeed. Who would blame a section of Kenyans right now for questioning the action by police when high-profile figures routinely engage in unlawful acts without any noticeable punishment being meted on them? Has impunity become so entrenched in Kenya that we now get surprised when wrongdoing is punished? Kofi Olomide broke the law. He was punished for it, and going forward, all of us can only hope that the same formula will be used to punish the hate mongers, those who steal our own money. In fact, it should also punish those who abuse our children, those who beat journalists who are on duty, and those who rig elections. And yes, even those politicians that slap others. For that is my take tonight. Thank you very much for joining us this and every night, and for your feedback, and a warm thanks to the University of Nairobi for hosting us here on Checkpoint tonight. It is our hope that a solution to this crisis in schools will be found sooner rather than later. My name is Yvonne Okwara Matole. Good night from the University of Nairobi here. Thank you all. Asanteni sana.